what's the best way to run Stoke-On-Trent? That's the question being posed in a debate in the Potteries tonight.
Historically, the city was part of Staffordshire. With a total population of just over 1 million, all important services such as education were run county-wide. Well, that changed in 1997 when Stoke-On-Trent went alone and was given the right to run affairs for its 240,000 citizens.
But in an increasingly competitive world, does Stoke have enough clout on its own? Well, let's go live now to BBC Radio Stoke's political reporter, Elizabeth Glinker. So, Elizabeth, what are people saying tonight about this?
Right, well, as you said there, Suzanne, that's the question we're going to be posing at the BBC Radio Stoke debate here in Stoke-On-Trent tonight in about an hour's time. As you say, the city still faces many challenges over the last 15 years since it's had control of itself. It's had an elected mayor, it's got rid of an elected mayor, it's been held up as the BNP's jewel in the crown, and the city still faces high levels of deprivation and unemployment. And that's led some people to argue that it might do better if it was part of a bigger authority.
There's certainly a case for a North Staffordshire Council taking in Newcastle-under-Lyme, Stoke-On-Trent and maybe even parts of the Staffordshire Moorlands. A bigger authority would have a much better chance of attracting the funds that North Staffordshire desperately needs to regenerate the area.
Well, one of the people who's going to be debating this issue this evening is Councillor Sarah Hill, who's a member of Stoke-On-Trent City Council. So, Sarah, what do you think? Do you think Stoke-On-Trent could benefit from being part of a bigger authority again?
Well, I think the points that Mick makes are really very well made. And I think it's an interesting concept about Stoke being part of maybe something across North Staffordshire. But none of us want to go back to being part of the county council, whether you're the county council or whether you're people in the city.
And just finally then, very quickly, what is the answer then moving forward?
Well, I think tonight's debate is a really good opportunity to start debating about what the next 15 years is going to hold for us and how things are going to change given the austerity that we have now as a country and how we're going to make the best use of our resources over that period of time. So I'm really looking forward to this evening.
Excellent. Well, that debate, as we said, going to start in about an hour's time just down the road at the Film Theatre in Stoke-On-Trent. And if listeners to Radio Stoke want to hear that debate, it's going to be on the Stuart George programme both tomorrow and Friday, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thanks very much indeed, Elizabeth.